This program is rated GE. Content carried in here is suitable for general family viewing.
There are over 2.3 billion children worldwide, and as they say, children are the future of any community. Just like adults, children have rights because as they grow, they are vulnerable to the situations that we face on our day-to-day life, including the right to sanitation, the right to an opinion, the right to have a safeguarded community so as to secure their future. That's why here at Law Matters tonight, we'll be looking into the issue of children and the law. What does the law say concerning children custody, parental responsibility, their maintenance, access, and also corporal punishment? Remember, we are live at KUTV Kenya here at Kenyatta University School of Law. This is a show that is informative, educative, and offers legal aid solutions to what we face on our day-to-day life. Remember, you can connect with us on our social media platforms at KUTV Kenya on Facebook, at KUTV_Kenya on Twitter, and KUTV Kenya on YouTube. My name is IRENE MWANGI, and in the next 1 hour, I will be driving this particular show. But before we start, let me allow my guest to introduce himself.
Thank you, Irene. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Innocent Makaka. I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya.
All right.
Yes, I practice in the style and at the law firm of Makaka and Kiramana Advocates. I am also a trained mediator, and I am a legal practitioner practicing civil law. I practice family law and some aspect of criminal law. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Advocate Makaka, for making time to be on this particular show.
Thank you.
Now, since 2001, we had the Children Act 2001. Right now, we're having the Children Act 2022. It took us almost 20 years to change the Children Act, and therefore tonight we'll be delving in that particular matter. Now, Advocate Makaka,
Yes.
looking into the space of 20 years for us to have, a comprehensive law to look into the issues of children,
Yes.
taking us 20 years to change the act, what has been hindering us given the changing times and the changing laws? We even had a new constitution in 2010. Why did this particular act, stay for so long without changes being made?
Yes. Thank you for that. I wouldn't give a specific answer to why it delayed for that long time, because it's almost 20 years. It's quite a long time. And as you rightly put it, most of the laws have been changed so that they are in tandem with the new constitution, which was promulgated in 2010. And I think sometimes making laws is sometimes a political process. Sometimes it needs lobbying, it needs some goodwill, and sometimes time needs to pass so that we test the laws that we have. And when we test the laws that we have, we appreciate the pitfalls that we currently have, and that informs the changes in law. I would never know why it took that much time, but I would say the Children's Act 2001, now repealed, was largely taking care of most of the children issues, and I think the practitioners were comfortable with that in case law. And with the new emerging times in terms of having the need to protect children in terms of like the social media aspect of it, I think now that informed the 2022 Children Act. So it was time to really change. I don't know why it took that long.
What are the challenges that, came up to that particular delay? Because 2001, 2022, there we have had changes that have happened in the family setup where we're having children. So what are some of the challenges that sort of were not really eradicated because there was no law to
I think what the new act seeks to inform are the several issues that, as you rightly put, that were deficient in the previous act. For example, the cyberspace. There is a need to protect children against the cyberspace right now. It was not captured in the previous act. It's elaborately captured in the new act. The new act also establishes a children welfare fund. I think there was a realization that sometimes there are a lot of children in distress and need, but there was no specific fund dedicated to such an issue. So most of the children would find themselves in vulnerable situations, and there was no law to protect them in any way. But right now, with the new act, it introduces various mechanisms which effectively now protects the child and protects every child in Kenya to a higher standard as compared to the way they were protected under the 2001 Act. Because the issue of a child fund, the child fund, if it's operationalized, because you know the act was just the new 2022 Act was just promulgated. Yes.
The last parliament.
Yes. So we need to now create policies, and we need to come up with structures that are in tandem with that, so that at least we marry the Act to the realities on ground, so that all the children are protected. So the new Act just comes to cover the pitfall. There is the diversion policy in children cases. Sometimes children find themselves in conflict with the law. They find themselves having to answer to some cases in court, and some cases are what we would call petty or minor offenses. So the Act gives provision for such minor offenses to be diverted to a program which is like guiding and counseling, rather than being taken to court through the court process, which is adversarial, and it's not child friendly in some instances.
All right. Now, delving into this particular Act of 2022,
yes,
I think one of the issues that caused a stir on the social media, caused a debate, was the issue of child custody.
Yes.
Between two parents who has, the right to the child. There was a court ruling that was made in court, I think 3 days ago, where a couple went to court.
Yes.
It was, a mom and dad, they went to court. The dad had the children. The mom wanted the children. So the Court of Law said, after reviewing the case and hearing both sides, they say, let the mom have the custody of the children.
Yes.
So when the judge made the ruling, the children started wailing in court.
Yes.
They said, we want our daddy, we can't go with our mom. But the judge has made a ruling that the children, the mom will take care of the children, and then the father will have some sort of, co-parenting of some sort.
Yes.
So what does the law say concerning that particular situation? Because when you saw the children cry, the emotion that was being created there,
it's like they wanted to be there
with the parents.
Yes.
The judge is saying, no, you'll go with your mom. So what does the law say concerning child custody?
Yeah, that's an interesting scenario. And actually, when we practice children law, we go through some intricacies that are quite interesting, to say the least. And sometimes when you're in court, the court considers what the wishes of the children are. If the children are of at an age that they would understand, the court will do something called a voir dire. I don't know if that is the right pronunciation. I think it's the right pronunciation. Voir dire. Voir dire means the court will try to assess the mental capability of a child understanding the situation, and if the court is satisfied that this is someone who understands what is happening, the court has the power to interview that child. And when the court has the power to interview that child, they will record whatever that child says, and it is in camera. It is usually only the court and the child. Nobody is usually allowed in such an interview. It's usually even the court clerk, even the lawyers are not allowed, even the parents are not allowed.
Sensitive?
Yes, it's very sensitive because we are dealing with children, so we have to, treat them with the sensitivity.
An environment that they will
yes, but now just answering your question, according to Article 53 of the Constitution, every parent, it doesn't matter if you're the mom or dad, has the right to take care of their children. Basically, every child has their right to parental care and protection from both parents. That's the first basis. Now, when you're looking at issues of custody, sometimes the issues of custody are not as simplistic as we might imagine. The court has to consider a lot of issues. There is legal custody, for example. Legal custody is the fact that you are parents of this child. So both parents have the legal custody of a child, prima facie, because at the end of the day, you are the parents. So in case one parent is not available or is not there, the other parent has the to take the custody. Then in some instances, there is now, especially when the parents either are not married or they are not living together, there is now the actual custody. So the actual custody means that where is this child? Who has the right to have this child like every day of the day? So the law defines children of tender years as children who are less than 10 years and below. Prima facie, the law usually gives such custody to the mother.
Okay.
Prima facie,
so
to the mother.
It means it's
Yes.
matriarchal at a certain stage.
At a certain stage, and I think that is the tender years, because I think
That's between
below 10 years.
Below 10 years, okay.
Below 10 years. Then there is some considerations like the sex of the child.
Okay.
Like female minor is well placed to be in the custody of the mother than the father.
What happens if
Yes, but sometimes that's the general rule, but it doesn't mean that there is no exception.
Okay.
So for a father to get custody, if the father and the mother are not together, the father can move to court and prove to the court that he is in a better place to take care of the children. Regardless of the gender, and by this is probably the mother is incapacitated mentally, probably the mother is violent to the children, if there is proof that the mother is violent to the children, or in such a scenario where even the children just want to be with this other parent. Some courts, sometimes, court deal discretionary. So some courts will allow the wishes of the child to carry the day, but some courts will take the consideration of what the child says, but rule in whatever way they deem fit. So when, as a father, you still have the right, you can go to court and now ask for custody on the grounds that either the mother is incapable of taking care of the children. That is the major basis. Just highlight that this and this and this shows that this mother cannot really take care of these children, and I'm better placed to take care of them. And in such instances, the court exercises the discretion of now allowing the father to have full custody of the children. The father can even have custody of even a female child. So I was saying the law assumes prima facie the mother to be the one who should have custody, but there are some exceptions.
Okay.
Yes. Now you have to go to court and now prove your case why you think you're fit to have the children as opposed to the mother having the custody.
All right.
Yes.
Now, we have understood to the point that, at a certain age, apart from the exception cases, under 10 years,
Yes.
it is more matriarchal than
Yes.
patriarchal.
Yes.
Then let's move away from now 10 years and above.
Yes.
We have had cases of both parents are in a situation whereby they are both financially stable, looking into their capacity of taking care of the children. They are sort of 50-50. Do you have a situation whereby we usually have a tie that,
Yes.
there is nothing that hinders either or?
Yes.
But these parents have decided, no,
Yes.
we cannot stay in the same house.
Yes.
But both are demanding
Yes.
to take care of the children. Do you have a situation where
Yes.
we have a tie?
Absolutely. And like what we were saying, now it's now the duty of the court to assess the situation as presented. In the scenario that you're presenting, it now comes to things like education. Where do the children school? Probably the school where the mother lives or where the father lives. And the children are comfortable in school and they don't want to get out of school. Now the court will have to consider and give the dad now custody of the children, because the father lives where the children school, and it will be convenient for the children to live with the dad. as opposed to living with the mom who probably lives far. At the end of the day, the basis of everything concerning a child is the best interest of the child. When you go to court in a children's court, we shouldn't care much about the parents, because the parents, yes, we are protecting the children because they are vulnerable. So they are the ones who are paramount in a children's court, hence even the name children court. So in that court, the child's interest is paramount. So it just takes the court to sit down, assess the case as presented, and make a finding on what place or where or which school or which parent is the best person suited to have these children. So the court can make any order, including even giving the father sole custody, as opposed to giving the mother, as long as it's very clear and it can be shown that the best interest of the children will be best protected while at the father's custody.
Do you have cases whereby you can have a split? For example, a couple is having 4 children.
Yes.
And they are saying, okay, instead of, one parent having all the children, we can do a split of 2-2 or 3-1. And now it's up to the children to decide, me, I'll go with daddy, me, I'll go with mommy. Do you have such scenarios?
Okay, such scenarios have been presented in court, and I think the court might be a bit hesitant to give such orders because, like I told you, best interest of the children, the court does not want to separate these children. But if it is demonstrated to court that if these children are separated, either they perform better in school or like they become better in whatever they are doing, you could convince the court to do that. That the court mostly would not want to separate children, in my experience practicing, because most children want to grow up together. Especially, it depends, because these children probably have been staying together for 10, 5, 6, 7 years. Then after 10 years, separating them, I don't think the court will find that is in the best interest of the So the parents have to give and take. At the end of the day, it's not about like I'm the one winning, I'm the one who has the upper hand. It's about the children. Are the children comfortable? So, like I said, sometimes the court even seeks opinion of the children, and the court sometimes actually awards according to what the children wish.
Okay, you mentioned that on the issue of right to opinion.
Yes.
And going back to that, court ruling that had children wailing in court.
Yeah.
When the judge made that particular decision and the children were wailing in court saying, we have to go with our daddy, but a court order has been made and we have to respect court orders.
Yes.
When a decision has been made, a ruling has been made, in that particular situation, could there have been a case of an appeal? Could the judge have called the children back and explained to them why you will go with mommy and not with daddy? Can the children themselves appeal a decision that has been made by the court? And how can they go about that before we take a break?
Okay, absolutely. That scenario, sometimes the challenge with legal issues, when, for example, you see a piece being highlighted in the news, you'll never know what's behind the file. Yes, so I wouldn't totally understand why the magistrate or whoever ruled in that manner, irrespective of the children clearly wanting to be, probably even the children did not go through an exam, because it's not a guarantee that the court will interview a child. So as lawyers, that's what you do. Sometimes when you speak to your client, if the client is a child or your client is the parent to the child, sometimes you even hear what the child says. So it's now incumbent upon you to present that before court and say that we pray that this court to interview this minor so that we know the wishes of the minor, and let that interview be recorded, and it can guide the court. It's not a must that the court must rule in whatever the children want, because sometimes, some parents spoil children, So it doesn't mean that they are the best parent per se, but probably it's the parent who spoils us. I don't have to go to school every day when I'm at your place, Obviously, the child will wail and want to be with you. But as I said, is that in the best interest of the child? That is the big question.
Interest goes first. Thank you, Advocate Makaka.
Thank you.
On that particular beat, we'll be taking a short break, but once we return, we'll be talking about more, including the issue of deadbeat dad. What does the law say concerning that? Don't go far.
This is my jam down.
I say man, I will never give up. Na hata nikisota away. Show me something.
Everybody wanna feel like me.
You're just like a river.
Real thing, if I never mama, I wouldn't believe it.
Hear me when I say just like. So if someone has never been pregnant with a pregnancy that went to 20 weeks and beyond, they've been found to be more predisposed to getting uterine fibroids. Also the black race. Yeah. Being black is a risk factor as compared to the whites and Caucasians. Blacks have been found to get fibroids more frequently.
Uterine fibroids is manageable and preventable, and we should seek medical advice as soon as possible.
Kipindi hewani ni mitindo ya kipwani. Kama ilivyo kipindi hiki kinahusu nyimbo za tarab, chakacha, midwara, midundiko, bila kusahau mapishi. Ambao ndio uti wa mgongo wa pwani ya Afrika Mashariki.
Jamani, swaibu zangu mliopo maskani, hatuonani wenzangu, najua mwanitamani.
Hapa KUTV, nahodha mwendesha chombo cha baharini, yani ua linalunukia na kuvutia waridi tamu.
Welcome back. You're watching Law Matters. We're talking about the issue of child custody. Before we went on a break, and we're still on that particular discussion, looking into the issue of child custody and child access. What does the law say concerning that particular issue? Now, Advocate Makaka, we talked about the custody and what the court might rule, looking into different circumstances and aspects. So I'm a parent here, and I've been denied the custody of the children, but these are still my children.
Yes.
So what now does the law say to give me a right as a parent to access my children?
Okay. Yes, sometimes, especially when parents are not living together, when one parent has custody, automatically the other one would never have custody because it has to be with one person. So in such a scenario, what happens is that the other parent is given access. So access is broken down, or it's in different forms.
So they can give, different prescriptions.
Yes, different prescriptions
in terms of access.
Yes, because there is like the supervised access, there is the unsupervised access. So basically access, at the end of the day, the same thing I said, as long as it's not interfering with the child's education or welfare, access is given to the other parent. So you can be given access for weekends. If the other parent has custody, meaning that if the other parent has custody, probably the other parent has the children when they are going to school. So you will get access on the weekends or on holidays. You can get half holidays for each parent. You can get structured access when in scenarios where the parent there's a history of violence. When there is a history of violence and one of the parents is not comfortable, you will have structured access. Sometimes even access is done even at police stations. It goes to extreme levels.
Is that to say that
Yes.
I get to see my children
At the police station, because probably there's violence. When the parents are having a conflict and there's previous history of violence, there is an OB, maybe assault, the court will not give you unsupervised access, especially if the other parent is apprehensive that probably you will not take care of the children in the best manner. So in such scenarios, you're given supervised access. Sometimes supervised access is broken down into at what time you're supposed to see the children, at what time you're supposed to return them. It's very, very specific. It's actually called structured access. So sometimes the court orders a structure, pick them at 9, return them at 4, every Saturday or every Sunday or every Saturday and Sunday.
I don't know.
Yes.
You having,
Yes.
seen these particular scenarios, is it really, are the children sort of affected? Because I'm seeing a scenario in the cases of supervised access that, the children, can only see their parents in a certain environment.
Yes.
In a police station.
Yes.
A police station is not,
Yes.
one of the best
Yes,
places you want
I
to be
know.
with a
I
parent.
know.
It doesn't get into their heads? Or
It does, but unfortunately, when the adults disagree, the children are the one who face the heat. It's a very unfortunate scenario. And sometimes even parents, when they disagree, it becomes very, very emotional. And sometimes they forget about the child. Even use the child as a bait, to
extort the other person.
Yes, or even just mess the other person emotionally. Because at the end of the day, it's your child, So this is the unfortunate scenarios that happen in children issues, because the children are affected. Because even when the parents were living together, then at some point the children have to contend with living separately, it will affect them. The best thing is that as much as you're separating, make sure that the welfare of the children is paramount. Make sure that the children are well taken care of, so that they don't miss anything to make them grow up to be members of the society, because they are vulnerable at this point. They need protection. So both parents ought to be reasonable, regardless of the situation, because even the children right and the Constitution and all children's law, it does not say that the parents have to be married or have to be together. It just says that since this child is here, you must take care of the welfare of these children. So the parent will be given access. It can be scheduled, structured access, or it can be unlimited, unstructured access, depending with the case.
Let's talk about the unstructured access.
Yes.
And look at a scenario whereby it's, say, 50-50.
Yes.
To mean that maybe you'll have the kids, say, 4 days in a week, I'll have the kids 3 days in a week. In such scenarios, the shuffling of kids from one home to the other.
Yes.
And the issue of sometimes once these are two warring parties,
Yes,
even
yes.
as their parents.
Yes, yes.
So a parent can be uncomfortable to say that, once they go to her home, when they get back, my kids are not the same. I don't like the way it is.
Yes.
They come back with a lot of issues. We have murky situations like that.
Yeah, thank you. And I remember you had asked a question that I don't think I answered, so I'll answer both. So in such a scenario, basically you're saying like the other relatives are toxic to
the children.
To the children,
the extent that this parent feel.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the kids.
Yeah.
I'd rather have majority of access to the kids, and even then, if I'll be given the total custody of the kids, it's better for the kids vis-a-vis having, the sort of shared custody.
Yes. And the law shuns a scenario where the child is left to the responsibility of third parties, especially when both parents are alive and kicking. So it is important for parents to make sure that they shield their children against a harmful culture, against toxic relatives. It boils down to the responsibility of that parent who has the custody at that moment. And you're saying, like, for example, if in the case where the children were wanted to go with the other parents as opposed to the others, The parent could appeal because children cases are tried in a children court. It's a specialized court, but it's a magistrate's court. So appeal lies with the High Court, yes. So when you're dissatisfied with whatever ruling you get in the children court, you could go to the High Court. Yeah, when you go to the High Court will now assess your case again, and you can even seek to make the High Court now do an interview. Now that's introducing new evidence. In very, very rare circumstances, the court will allow to even interview the children so as to establish, because at the end of the day, it's important to know the truth, to know why these children wanted to go this side as opposed to that. And if they go to the High Court, the court would allow their appeal if the court is satisfied that these children will be best placed with this parent that the children want to be with. And in the issue of toxic parents, it's all about, as a parent, when you take your children to your rural area or to your relatives and they are toxic, you are the one who is interfering with the welfare. You are the one who's not taking care of the children because they are under your care.
Okay.
So it's your responsibility really to protect them.
I think that brings the discussion, moving away from the issue of custody and access.
Yes.
We now move to the issue of maintenance, right? We have had cases of, people going to the social media to say this is a deadbeat dad and all of that.
Yes.
And we've had the scenarios of some parents saying that once my kids grow up, I don't want their dad to be part of their lives because they were not actively involved in the child maintenance. But in that, the law says every parent has the right to access the children. But now the mother is holding back the child to say that you did not contribute even a coin to their bringing of this particular child. Now imagining they have not turned 18 yet. So what happens, what does the law say concerning the issue of child maintenance? Who holds what?
It boils down to Article 53 because every legislation stems from Article 53 and ought to be in tandem with Article 53. Article 53 says that a child has a right to care and protection from both parents. So on the issue of maintenance, sometimes I empathize with the parents who have since taken over taking care of the children and maintaining the welfare on their own because either the other parent is not willing. It's an unfortunate situation, but it's what I'm telling you. These are adults bringing their issues in children matters. It's very unfair and unfortunate on the children because at the end of the day, these children need protection and care from both of you and even the society at large, even the government, because they are vulnerable, as I told you. We should protect and care for them so that they can grow up in the best environment so that they can realize their full potential growing up. So in such a scenario, for example, when a parent says that you'll never see your children because you're not paying maintenance, that's not the position, the legal position. I know it comes from an emotional point, but it's doing injustice to the child. And a father who willfully neglects their children is not the right thing. And at the end of the day, it's the child they are hurting. So you see both parents are pulling from the adverse sides, but the child is the one who is affected.
Does it get to the point whereby the court has to rule on a matter to say that, okay, this couple is raising child X.
Yes.
So parent A, the father will contribute 50% to the child or 50%, or looking into the financial situation of both to say, okay, you seem a bit well up, you'll give us 70, the other will give us 30. What does the law say concerning the issue of child maintenance when it gets to court and the court has to rule who has to contribute to what to the child?
Yes, the court has to interrogate the financial capability of every parent. Remember, when we talk about child maintenance, we are not saying that you have to be rich. You have to take care of your child irrespective of your status. So the court has to sort of interrogate your financial capability, and the court actually sometimes requires you, it's practice. Most of the time, the court requires you to file something called an affidavit of means. An affidavit of means is basically you are swearing to whatever you have, what you can afford, like what are your expenses, do you have a loan, this is my pay slip, I pay rent this much. You know, when you go to the to children's court, you have to lay everything bare. There's no hiding, because when you find yourself there, then you have to do that to prove yourself. So the court will order you to file that affidavit of means, including even your pay slip, so that the court establishes you're paying rent this much. Yes, and so the court will be able to know that the caliber of person you are, and the court will be able to know that if you are a president, the court wouldn't want you to go to a public school that is free, you know, and probably your peers are in the best, you know, in the best school. So the court usually interrogates a financial capability of a parent, and they order you to pay according. It's not usually 50-50.
But what happens when I have a pay slip?
Yes.
I'm imagining this case as the father. Let me put that situation.
Yes.
We are mostly a patriarchal system.
Yes.
I'm a father of five. I have had 5 kids.
Yes.
And my pay slip can only take care of say 4. What happens to this one? Or is there a situation whereby the court says the mother will take care of the child because the father is not financially stable? Do you have had people say I'm bankrupt?
Yes. When you have 5 children and you have a dismal, humble pay slip, the court you have to divide your money amongst all your children equally. You cannot discriminate. And as I said, the court usually assesses the capability of you taking care of a child. But you cannot say that I'm not capable, I don't have a job. You know, you'd rather even offer 500 shillings constantly, and this is what I can afford, and you can prove to court that this is my work, this is where I live, this is what I do, I can afford this. The court will be satisfied. And the other parent, if they can afford more, at the end of the day, remember, best interest of the child. At the end of the day, we want this child to go to the best school that they can, possible, the best possible school that they can go to. That is the interest of the law in children matter. So the court will tell the parent who is capable to do more, because they are capable of doing more. But this is after proving that they are capable of doing more. However, it does not waive the right of someone taking care of their children, because you can't say I'm unemployed, for example. You must do something. You must try. So
it gets to a point whereby they say you do the bare minimum. The little you have, you must challenge to this person.
Yes, but it's not like sort of like do whatever you can. It's like step up. You know, you have to step up.
But do they really step up? Even
sometimes they don't, and if they don't, you know, we have other channels, because sometimes even the court orders for someone to pay maintenance and they don't pay.
Yeah.
So that's the scenario where there is now what we call contempt of court. You now go to the same court to file for contempt to now enforce an order or a judgment. So when you go to contempt, either this person can be arrested, they are even jailed. They can be jailed. Yeah, if you refuse to pay, you can be jailed, or your salary can be attached.
Okay, to the no.
Yeah, so your salary, they'll be taking the money before it comes to you. Yeah, so there is the law has to have teeth to bite. You know, so those are the enforcement mechanisms in children cases. So you cannot say I can't, or you can't just say I don't have a job, because everyone is struggling at the end of the day. But when you show commitment, when you show that I am not earning enough, but you know, it's easy to show commitment, and it's easy for someone to tell that you're trying your really, really best, because the court will not order you to do something that you cannot do. If you don't have a job and the court says pay you 100,000 per month, it's impossible. You'll just end up in jail. But the court considers everything, but at the end of the day, you must show effort, and it has to be consistent effort, and you know, it takes time, and you know, after some time you need to grow. If you can get 500, next time you get 1,000. When you highlight that to court and illustrate that to court, the court might be on your side.
All right. Now, still on the case of child maintenance.
Yes.
What happens when a child is taking care of a child? What does the court say concerning maintenance of that? Because he's already a child.
Yeah.
He's taking care of a child. is still their child. Does now the court, rope in the parents of the...
Yeah. That's an interesting scenario. Probably we might want to know if there's a guardian involved or an elder somewhere, because at the end of the day, if a child is taking care of the child, both of them are children, so you cannot hold one child really accountable for the other, because both of them are minors. Yes, both of them are minors. I think in such a scenario, the court would want to appoint a guardian, someone who's an adult, someone who can take care of them till they are of 18. In such scenario, maybe a relative will be sufficient.
So it takes to take up on the child and the child, the mother to the child and the child.
Yes, because what I'm thinking is this other child who's taking care of the other child, I doubt they are working. Probably they are benefiting from the estate. Yes, so they are not working. So at the end of the day, we need some guidance there, because if they're benefiting from an estate, there ought to be some administrators who should be adults.
Yeah, because in most scenarios, you find that the grandmother or the grandfather, they chase away the child and the child. Two children. This is a future that is almost being destroyed because a mistake has happened, and now maybe the court can put in place enforcement measures. But anyway, on that particular point, we'll be taking our second break. But once we return, we'll be having much more, including our question and answer from our podium. Stay with us.
Lola ni programu inayokupa fursa ya kutizama video zozote pindi tu unapokuwa na nafasi. Hadithi za kukupa motisha, drama, maisha ya vyuo vikuu, teknolojia, masuala ya jamii, kuzuru maeneo tofauti, spoti, burudani na zaidi. Pata programu ya Lola sasa kwenye rununu yako kwa yote unayohitaji.
Welcome back. You're watching Law Matters. We're talking about the issue of children and the law. We have covered a couple of aspects, including the issue of child custody, maintenance, and access. In this third session, we'll be having our question and answer for our crowd, which is watching us live here at KUTV Kenya. But before we engage the crowd, we had a few issues that we had not completed in the second part of our segment on the issue of, the child and the child taking care of.
Yes. Another child, yes. Yeah. And I just wanted to clarify that such a scenario, this is a scenario that the court can assess as children who are in need of protection and care. Children who are needing protection and care are committed to a program by the government where they ensure that they protect such children. So in such a scenario, probably where there are no adults to take care of them, these are children that should be taken by the state, because there's the Department for Children's Services, that is their responsibility and their mandate, and they take care of such issues. Yes.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Advocate. Now, we'll be engaging our crowd concerning this particular topic. You first tell us your name and then you ask your question. I don't know where to start, whether from my right or left. Let me start with the gentleman just in front of me. Kindly introduce yourself and ask your question.
Thank you. For the records, MWANGI J. So my question is, what is the criminal liability age for children, and to the emerging jurisprudence on cases of sexual offenses? What is, let's say, a case scenario of a child of 17 years, a minor of 17 years, and a minor of 12 years, where the male minor is 17 and the female minor is 12. What is the place of the law when they consummate? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mwangi. Any other question?
My name is Stella Kipkulei, a 4.2 student here at Kenyatta University School of Law. So as we started this show, we mentioned about Children's Act 2022 and how it has improved compared to the Children's Act 201. However, to my concern, we realized that in the Children's Act 2022, a single female is allowed to adopt. However, a single male is not allowed to adopt. But in the previous, both singles were not allowed. Do you think it's discriminatory?
Okay. All right. Any other question?
Okay, I'm Alex, and my question is, upon divorce, who is supposed to maintain the children? Is it the man or the woman? So is it the father or the mother?
Okay.
Regarding the needs of the children upon divorce.
Okay, all right. Interesting questions there on topics that we had said we will ask in our, second discussion, but we'll delve into them. I think, Advocate, you can answer a couple of them.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the questions. I can pick up Mr. Mwangi's question. I hope I got the name right.
Yeah, it's Mwangi.
Yes, the Children Act 2022 prescribes criminal age for liability to be 12 years. The previous act was 8 years. So it's been taken to 12 years.
Okay.
So I think it's in the interest of protecting children more, because the assumption is that someone who's below 12 years cannot comprehend what an offense is. They cannot comprehend even what a crime is. So I think that is the position of the law. And in a scenario that you rightly pointed out, it's been a major issue in legal practice, because sometimes it's called minors defiling each other. Because in such scenarios, it's probably a girlfriend and a boyfriend, and when they defile each other and one of the parents report, the other parent will have to contend with giving the kid away to the system, because the law did not care. As long as a report, the Sexual Offences Act, as long as a report is made on a defilement issue, it means that now the processes have to kick in. The child has to be taken to hospital and everything. And
that was previously?
Yes, that was previously. But now with the emerging jurisprudence, sometimes judges and courts have tried to look at the scenario, because in some instances, because I've handled some cases where it's a defilement cases, you're in court, but the subject victim who was defiled says that I was not defiled, this is my boyfriend. Now it becomes discriminatory, because previously the other party ought to be incarcerated, because the law is the law. Sometimes the law is quite adversarial, and when you're in court, sometimes mostly you'll find that boys are the one who ended up being incarcerated. But now with the emerging jurisprudence, courts have now started to appreciate the issue. I think it's called Romeo and Juliet, and sometimes these children are taken for diversion measures, because now that's another plus of the new Children's Act. Like I did a previous case where we didn't have to take plea, because when you make an application before plea, for the children to be taken to a diversion process where they'll be taken through guiding and counseling.
Instead of
yes, they'll be taken to a government institution, and they're guided probably for 3 months, probably sometimes for 4 or 5 months, depending on whatever scenario. And in such instances, it's crucial to first establish the age gap. Like 17 and 12, you might have a problem, because they'll say the 17-year-old might have undue influence over the 12-year-old. But sometimes it's 15, 16, sometimes it's 17, 16. In such scenarios, nowadays, at least there is diversionary issue, if it was not forced.
So they look at the age gap.
Because even minors can be forced, but sometimes minors has that. I wasn't forced, but if it's forced, now it's a different scenario. So it's all about the evidence. When the evidence is presented and the court is satisfied that no, these are just children who are messing up, the court takes them through a program, and that program, actually, it's a supervised program. You're taken through a government institution for a period of time, and guiding and counseling will be conducted, and that is how the law handles such scenarios. The issue of
the adoption.
It's the single. Okay, in my opinion, I think I don't know what informed the provision of allowing a female to adopt while a male cannot adopt. I think it's discriminatory in my opinion. However, what I know is that from the previous act, if you are a male single, you could not adopt a female child, and if you are a female single, you could not adopt a male child. I knew of that. I would say it's discriminatory because I don't know the basis of what informed that provision.
Is it because you're more matriarchal than,
Yeah, probably, and people think that, and mostly they are right. Probably they are right. It's arguable, but women are more nurturing, and probably they are better placed to take care of the children. But that is also a misconception because in court sometimes we've witnessed fathers who are really good at and really keen in protecting the welfare of the children as opposed to even the women. So it's I think it's an issue that we still debate further. Yeah, and on the issue of upon divorce, Alex asked on the issue of upon divorce, who's supposed to maintain the minor? Upon divorce, because divorce in Kenya, divorce, children cases, and matrimonial property cases are usually 3 different cases going before 3 different courts. A children's matter goes before the children court. So there is no way a divorce court, the divorce court will only hear about your family marital issues and make a determination whether you should remain together, of which I've never heard about a judgment saying that you guys stick together or say that you guys dissolve this marriage. So a divorce court will never pronounce itself on matters of children because it does not have jurisdiction. So when you divorce with your wife, you go to the divorce court, or your husband, you go to the divorce court and present a petition, and the court will dissolve your marriage. When you have custody issues, you go to the children court, and when you go to the children court, it's the same thing we were saying. It is not like automatic that you are the one who's supposed to have these children upon divorce. No, it's not automatic. It's purely based on the circumstance of the case by case scenario. So the children court will now pronounce itself in the children matter and say that this one is the one who's supposed to have the custody, or both of you to have custody, this one to have access, this one to have the actual custody. So it's different courts, and you present different facts before the different courts, and they rule independently on the facts placed before it. And now the matrimonial property is when you have property in question, you now go to the High Court, family division. That is now the matrimonial property. That's where we discuss about property. How do we divide this property? I think it's a discussion for another day.
Yeah, it's a entirely
it's quite an elaborate
different topic.
Yes, topic.
All right.
So I hope I've answered your questions satisfactorily.
I'll take the final 2 questions because of time before we end up the show.
Okay.
I'm Michelle Chan, and my question is, how do we strike a balance between parental authority and the child's freedom of religion?
Okay, interesting. The final one? I think the lady in white? In black, sorry.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Valeria Catherine Atieno, and my question is concerning the online space. How do we create a safe space for children in the online space? And how do we also ensure that their privacy and their dignity is protected?
All right. Advocate Makaka, interesting questions. Those ones you can answer.
Yes, let's start with Michelle's. The balance between parental authority and child's right to religion. So I still go back to the Constitution. You know, Article 53 is quite small, but in my opinion, it answers everything. You know, it's very wide yet very, very small in text. So if this religious practice is harmful, it is your role as a parent to protect your child against such. However, I wouldn't say that you are supposed to force your child to go to a certain church, but you're supposed to bring your child with the ideals that you think are valid to make that child a better member of the society. So in the issue of religion, at the end of the day, a child has their own opinion, but remember that a child who's young is someone that needs guidance, and they might not know the truth. So if they are prescribing to a religious practice or a religious teaching or doctrine that is harmful to either their health, or probably it tells them not to go to school, at the end of the day, it's now your role to step in and give guidance in terms of now what you think are the best ideal issues in terms of religion. So it's all about protecting the children against religious or cultural practices.
Okay.
Yes. Then the safe space. I think the issue of online is an emerging area, and I think even we are still trying to come up with laws that will answer to the changing times. But I think the new act answers that because it highlights several issues. I think personally, when you have a child, I think it's good to sort of protect what they are doing online. It's good to know that this child is doing this online, and make sure you regulate that. So I think that is more of a parenting issue rather than a legal issue. However, there are laws to protect the children in terms of child pornography, in terms of distributing, obscene images of children. Yes, there is law to protect that. But on the issue of what you need to do on the internet at what time, I think it's a parenting issue.
All right, thank you so much, Advocate Makaka. I'll have to stop you right there because you're pressed on time, but it's really quite a broad subject which we can take, hours to get to debunk for this particular show. With that, thank you so much for making time.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, that has been Advocate Makaka giving us a perspective concerning the issue of children, their connection with the law. We have covered a broad of subjects, the issue of custody, connection, the issue of maintenance. It is quite a broad subject. Consequently, we'll be having an edition on sexual abuse, the issue of corporal punishment, the issue of what the law has to say concerning the welfare of children. But for now, we'll have to cut it right there because of time. I've been your host, IRENE MWANGI. Thank you so much for watching. Have a splendid night.